Alright, the recording is now up, which means this is your host, Kazar Raspel. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. In the last episode, I don't quite remember what happened. We did quite a bit in Rise from the Ashes, but this case is extraordinarily long, and I don't know where we left off. Max, take us away.
It was 84 years ago when we last did this.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star, resistance is futile.
Okay, so she showed her true colors. I don't know what the muffler is. We need to press tab.
Yes, press tab. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was the judge. So when I saw the judge, I was like, oh, right, I voiced this dude.
Alright. We don't have any info on the muffler.
I think it was something to do with that picture.
No. But I know where we can find it. Probably in the profiles.
The muffler?
Yep, there it is. One back.
Yeah, she's not wearing the muffler in her...
Oh! Oh my god, I thought it was a car muffler.
No!
You know, that's the whole point about this testimony. English is a fun and confusing language.
It is.
Ah, yes, English. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
Two separate things.
What?
That's me, Angel's star.
Strike like a snake. What?
That wasn't a very good metaphor, first. I was just saying that.
Just
First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake.
Don't tell me the details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
Everyone is.
To be fair, most people are.
It's not poisonous, it's feminist! Get it right!
Yeah,
Oh, that's true, that's
great
true.
Science girl.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god,
that's right.
Semantics.
Y'all remember that thing, like, if you bite it and it dies, it's... What was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
I'm
I
gonna
forgot
miss-
how...
The
Reminds
chief
me of
prosecutor
the
tried
new
to resist,
argument
but
that's
her
been
efforts were in vain.
Oh, sorry. It reminds me of the new argument of, you know, water isn't wet.
That's a new argument?
Well,
I feel like that's pretty old by now.
But it was, I think it broke containment. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Wow.
I was very tempted to also make the same noise.
Wow.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Just like the innate temptation to copy any noise I hear.
I thought you were going to do it in the judge's voice. Tell us more about the wow. Okay, so... Okay, these are the two beforehand.
Is she allowed to do arresting? Isn't she not a police officer?
Well, you can do a citizen's arrest.
I see.
And she's a former. No? Was she on forensics? Or was she a police officer?
We
She's a
have...
detective.
Tab.
Whoops.
Ah, yes, the perfect.
We have
evidence.
attorney's badge!
Yes, the answer was attorney's badge. All
Oh,
along.
we can't look at profiles during cross-examination.
Darn it.
Why?
We'll look during the next time we're not cross-examining.
Yeah.
The murder, this
To be honest, I completely forgot citizens arrest was a thing.
She mentioned the muffler.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure we can present it yet, but I just remembered something in the evidence. The cell phone has a message that does mention muffler.
Well, we're supposed to contradict it.
It's just a detail I remember when we were talking to Emma Sky in the parking garage.
Go to the message button.
Oh, there is no message button.
There is, isn't there? It looked
No,
like there
I
was an
think-
inbox.
It's not pushable.
I think it was
Oh.
a voicemail, or not even a voicemail, but just
Oh.
her talking to Emma.
Oh, okay.
911, I need help.
All right.
Actually, it would be 119.
Do you think we
Mother of
should?
Not America.
Do you think we should just press her and hope? And hope. That's
Yes.
that's the thing.
What was it about the oil barrel? Like her just kicking
No,
over an
that-
entire
that's not-
oil barrel?
She mentioned it, but that's not part of the examination.
Gotcha.
It's just these 5.
Oh,
And we'll press.
All right.
Cool.
So where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself.
Is Q taller than that partition?
I'm not. I'm shorter by an inch.
Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Wasn't she behind the chain link?
Yeah. Press her! I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lynchland car was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here?
Oh wait, that's me. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes? I wasn't expecting the judge to chime in there.
You are part
I
of
was
this,
looking at the
Isaac.
screen. I know, I was looking at the screen, and then like it took me a few seconds to process that was the judge speaking. I was like, oh wait, the judge is talking.
Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The coffee queen, lunch lady athlete indeed. I feel like that wasn't the voice I gave him.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away?
Is it lag? Okay, never mind.
She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
I remembered exactly. I would have told, if I remembered exactly, I would have told you in the testimony.
Cheeky!
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
That's it?
Just that reward.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean. Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately,
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. What?
What are these metaphors? No, the court doesn't see Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? Wait, if she had a cell phone, why did she try to use the wall phone first?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone, which would have made the most logical sense.
indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
Yes!
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
The word muffler was overheard.
There's a contradiction there.
Oh,
You can't see the phone behind that wall.
yep. Do we have the floor plans?
I still also find it weird she didn't just use her cell phone.
Got her.
Miss Starr! I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye.
The witness is a former detective.
There we go. That answered our question from earlier.
Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well,
displaying
Miss
her bias
Starr?
to be-
This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it!
Where'd that come from? Oh, she's holding it, okay. She's been holding that this whole time?
Yes.
What is the meaning of this? Yes, she has.
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies!
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question?
No.
Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where the
did.
counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it?
That would make the most sense if she brought up the phone.
Miss Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
What is to lie? I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location!
Yes.
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Tell my lie. What?
Don't.
Oh
What?
no, did we get it wrong?
What?
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was here.
At the band One
Security room.
Direction.
Yeah, I'm thinking security room.
This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room.
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. Built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. Why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony, you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room. Yes? Well, Miss Starr?
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned.
Is this what we call hubris?
Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Can you word that better? I didn't like that.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think she's particularly good with words. I'm gonna be real with you, bud.
Order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station.
Darn, that was a good time to go, huh?
Oh? It wouldn't change anything.
Oh wait, that was
That was Emma
thing.
talking.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
Perjury's still a
It's-
crime.
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. What? Sorry.
Wait, that's actually a thing in this world?
Yeah, I know. Right? Sorry,
I was just joking because
lies.
it's never come up.
Yeah,
We've seen so many lies.
I know, right?
We've uncovered so many people lying. Nothing's ever seemed to happen. They get to change their testimony on the spot.
Yeah. Anyway, she knows this, apparently. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Why do I need to discover why she lied?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
If anything, the burden of proof lies on me.
It always does. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? A difference in lighting. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security
I'm
guard
not really
station is
sure
on the second
myself.
floor, and, she would have sort of more of a 3D view of the crime.
And this is important. Why?
I messed that up, didn't I?
Apparently, I guess. I thought because the music stopped, you had it right.
Yeah.
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
So it has to be
Mr. Wright, let's
distance.
review what we know.
She wouldn't have been able to hear them if she were in the security room, right?
Yeah.
That, and from the security room, she would be much closer, so she wouldn't take as long to get to her.
I thought
She
it
was
was the
doing
angle because if she
something.
couldn't see around the partition, she wouldn't be able to see, like, the picture of the Who took the picture then?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out
Okay.
on the
Wait,
next time
what?
on Dragon Ball Z.
It changes the distance between her and the crime. And I'm sorry, the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright.
Is it
but
actually
one
the
look at
lighting?
Hold on. But one look at the floor plans, and it's quite clear. Distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in question here. Yes, it is. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Oh, that's what we're getting at.
Response time.
Yeah, okay. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
You?
Yes.
Are a toy.
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
You shut your mouth, Phoenix Wright. Calamari's delicious.
No, those are squid rings, though.
I was bringing a...
Squid is calamari.
Calamari incantation.
I was bringing a PB&J sandwich with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Ooh, boysenberry. Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
Unnecessary. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass swamp station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Oh, so that's how she got
That's
the
how
picture.
she got the picture. Same brain cell.
All the way around and then scaled
my
the
God.
fence.
My.
That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block.
She should participate in the Olympics. That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scine of the crime.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
quickly,
a
yeah.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anything
was
can happen in that
booking it.
time.
5 minutes?
Yeah, what the heck? Someone else could have come in entirely.
Yeah. This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
That's probably a really good spork.
Eh?
You
You
have
are a little low there.
And the spork is a wonderful invention.
Is it?
Can't deny that.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Bro, how long has she been holding these?
No idea.
And she keeps taking them out and exposing them to air?
And
Food
then he eats
poisoning.
them.
So,
Maybe there's a
Mr. Wright,
plastic
you have
film.
to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Do I?
I mean,
And the picture she took was like after
Well,
the fact. Like that's not
there's-
like.
Well, there's another
definitive.
thing that I'm thinking of, and that it does involve that picture. The fact is, the picture's in black and white,
What about it?
and she claimed that she kicked an oil drum earlier.
Oh, you're right.
Have we already
after.
discussed about the blood not being blood?
Yeah, we discussed the monochromatic nature of the photo in the last session.
Oh, does the time not match something?
I mean, that's
Just
what I was
curious, the
thinking,
phone
because if it
call
took 5
time.
minutes.
What does the parking stub say? 5:12.
Well, that's Edgeworth's car.
Yeah.
So he parked there at 5:12, and if it happened immediately after he parked, then yeah, Angel Star could have seen that happen and then take that 5 minutes to run over.
What's in the case file? We have
The
that
autopsy
right.
report?
The autopsy.
Wait. Let's see. Daytime of death between 4 p.m. and 5:30. That's a hell of a gap.
Yep.
And then our time for our phone call was at 5:18.
18.
18.
I'm sure it's the Blue Badger.
No, clearly it's the attorney's badge.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's always the attorney's badge.
I still don't get why they had to blur everything on the police card except for the police department.
Sergeant Bruce Goodman. At least that's what it looked like it said.
Selective seeing.
Wait a minute. Yeah, save it. Let me look the photo in detail one more time. I think I missed seeing something. Like, check it.
No barrel. Only
Oh yeah,
one
there is a
barrel.
barrel behind her. Okay, never mind. Objection sustained. Well, withdrawn. Objection withdrawn. I'm not sure what we can present.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I feel like you still should raise objection. I just don't know what the evidence is.
Yeah. 5 minutes between witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente.
Oh, okay.
I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
Okay.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with your 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of
Not
a
yet.
killer. You would run. But this time was different.
Wording, Phoenix.
Miss
Kill
Sky
you, but you
dawdled at
could
the
have.
scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable!
Princess Bride.
The way they act like they've been physically harmed by the truth.
Well, if you look at the anime, they kind of do get, like, force blasted. Well
Yeah.
then, as soon as we come to the end of this testimony, the witness has a grudge against the defendants and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
We're done with this one.
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close.
We did what? Wait, what?
afraid that the Gothic Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Yeah, that whole thing with oh, she's gonna pop up.
Mr. Etchworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's
Oh,
the one
hell
she tried
yeah.
to foist on me!
I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that earlier? What was that?
This is another one of her trick lunch boxes.
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Oh. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Bribery? Woohoo! A triple decker!
Sir,
What the heck?
Oh my goodness. Deference to the witness's determination. I'll allow one more testimony.
My God.
bro, it was bribery.
It was bribery. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like
So the
lunch
only
line
crime
model
that ever
says.
really matters in this world is murder. Got it. As long as you don't kill anybody, apparently you can just do whatever and get away with it.
That's true,
Corruption?
but at the same
Nah.
time, we did have Phoenix mention the word perjury for the first time.
I know. But
It just so happens the guilty party was the only ones committing perjury. This time it isn't.
it's just so. It's like we mentioned perjury, but what's that just mean? They just write that in your record. This person perjured.
This person's not trustworthy.
And
This
We
Pluto,
person
shouldn't let
lied.
them do testimony anymore.
Pluto
because they
says
lied.
also it's still murder if it's an accident. No, then it's manslaughter.
In this universe?
But in this universe,
Maybe. Maybe. Like the Lunchland motto says. I missed it.
Won't be
It's okay.
disappointed.
Keep going.
What's she gonna
our man
pull
was
out of her
first.
lunchbox this time? God, I can't wait for a new witness.
oh my God.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up?
Why did you not bring it up?
I'm sorry, my brain broke that you never
Girl.
submitted this.
Yeah, I know. You just have his shoe.
Did you like...
I-
Hello? Where did you keep that, ma'am?
In her lunchbox.
How
One
do you
of
know that was
them-
his shoe? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. Where did you get that information? One was, of course, the victim's.
Does she have like your at
She
home?
has a boyfriend in forensics.
Oh yeah.
And the other blood type matched that of the
And he
defendant,
said
Miss Lana
nothing?
Sky.
She just like showed up with a bloody shoe.
Can you
He's
take this
just
for
like
me?
cool.
I need you to look through your database and commit so many violations of like what?
No problem, dear. And then he just hands it back to her.
You ever seen that one line that's like anything for you, Beyonce?
Huh.
That was him.
Huh, it turns out that the blood on the shoe involves someone who's been murdered and someone else. Here you go.
To be fair,
not
to
just
be
anyone.
fair, she never mentioned that the guy she got the shoe from was dead.
I think they would know.
Gracious.
It was a police officer who
Fair.
died.
Yeah.
It's also that in order to learn whose blood it was, because they had to test it against samples. Samples they had to have on hand.
Why is
To
the blood of
identify
this
them.
detective? Oh, don't worry, he had a nosebleed on his shoe. And okay, that makes sense, honey.
And why is this other one on here too?
Like I
Don't worry
said,
about it.
anything for you,
Here,
Beyonce. Fine.
eat your box lunch.
If you want the triple decker, you're gonna get this done. This shoe proves that it's flawless, decisive evidence, and we're gonna take your word for it that that's even his shoe.
What? There was blood found on that shoe.
our lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
No, thank you.
Gracious alive, ma'am.
I think I want my evidence separate from my lunch.
I'd rather the police find my evidence. Thank you, ma'am.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
I want to say,
Irrelevant.
okay, I want to say that to a cop. It's just like, I don't trust you with this murder weapon.
Why didn't you hand over the evidence? Because I don't trust you with it. Oh,
Yeah, that's
License
that's gonna work.
No, no, no. I don't trust you with that, officer.
That's how you
Oh
get
man, that would
arrested.
fly so far.
That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends and 3 of them.
3. Wow, we got 3 of them say anything for you, Beyonce, like divine.
Okay, I'm gonna need a drink.
God.
Bro. She is
3
exhausting.
boyfriends in forensics who will just abuse their authority, abuse their job, commit crimes on my behalf.
Just
They're
opening
the
cans,
best
I'll mute
contracts
myself
allowed.
next time.
Dude. Just give that to a civilian?
3 boyfriends.
Lunch lady?
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law.
Whoa,
There's
what?
I know, what? Wait,
That's
we've
never
been
been a
collecting
thing up to
evidence
this
all the
point.
time. We've
What
been
is this
violating
case?
that law all the time.
Hello?
Ah, yes, look at all that corruption.
There are laws.
Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
We do that.
Yeah, we do that. The thing is, Edgeworth doesn't do that. Edgeworth might be getting approval while he hides his evidence. As
Updated
terrible of a
autopsy
statement
report.
that those words came out of my
Yeah.
mouth is. But we submit evidence like that.
Yeah, all the time. They're like, what do
Hold
you
on.
mean?
There's a second part to this, so that
Okay.
might clear things up.
All right.
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right?
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
I don't know. I've never been to
There
law
are
school.
laws here.
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective.
Does that have any bearing here?
I think she's
As
gonna
I
say
mentioned
she got the
previously.
approval and Edgeworth didn't know.
From her boyfriends.
From my boyfriend?
This shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Oh, she pulled a him on him. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
You still
I
can't
just
slip
wanna
that into
point out-
court.
I just want to point the fact out that both the prosecutor and defense are like, this witness isn't credible, and everybody, and she's just like, screw you guys, I'm testifying anyway.
Well, it's the
And
judges say
everybody's
so.
just accepting it.
No.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is destroyed. Darn it, I was close.
Sullen? That's what sullen is? Okay.
New emotion unlocked.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
I know.
Yeah, it's not like he's a lawyer or anything. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding,
Hey,
it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. What's the other rule? They said like that there's more. The way Edge said it like is like there was going to be more, but there wasn't. However, seems like you had another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. This is not proper.
Yeah.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Hold on, I need to put my face deep into the shoe.
A good whiff.
Contaminate.
Did someone make a sniffing noise?
Yes.
No! Wait, did someone...
There's blood here too.
No, I have to ask. Did someone make a sniffing noise because you will be judged?
Yes, I did.
Art man!
Hey,
Time
you set me
out.
up with I must put my face
Time
in the
out.
shoe.
Let's time him out.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
Yeeted Edgeworth out of here.
You got banished. Okay, I guess we just win then. There's no prosecutor.
Anyway,
No, she can just
Prosecutor
bribe the
banned.
judge to accept all she says, apparently. So Edgeworth isn't really needed because apparently she can just win.
Lunatel says send him to the void.
Not the Shadow Realm.
all right. Emma,
There's blood here too?
on the sole of the shoe, it's got to be the victim's. Why does it got to be the... Whatever.
What?
Wait, isn't he the victim?
Yeah. He
Okay,
must
I
have
was
stepped
like,
in
wait
a
minute.
puddle of his own blood. Yeah, okay.
Wouldn't there be more blood in that case?
Oh, this blood. It's horrible.
It's not that much.
I guess
Just
it
wait
depends.
until the 5th game.
Guess it depends how you step on it.
This blood might be an important clue. Okay.
This blood is my sister's, right?
It appears so. Lana's right hand
How do
was
you know?
bandaged. I don't know.
Maybe we're jumping forward in time when we're supposed to, like, find this out later, but we examined the shoe as soon as we got it.
Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the scene and then dripped it specifically in a pattern across the shoe.
Ah, yes, at the time of the scene and not the crime.
Poor sis.
Is there any more to do with this shoe?
Is there anything inside the shoe?
Nope.
Nope,
the
just the void.
Void.
You spin me right round.
Did anybody else check inside the shoe? Did we make sure?
Edward,
Spider.
do you want to put your face in it? Hidden knife.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Hold on, Luna says check the heel. No, there's no hidden knife here.
And the blood on it, it gives a check mark.
Yep.
So question
Mhm.
that now come to me. Why did no one notice that he was missing a shoe?
I wish we got that
They
in
found the body. like they found his body. He's obviously missing a shoe. No one questioned it.
Okay, and I have
Or
one
maybe she
more
stole it
question.
after the fact.
I do have one more question about the shoe. Did the shoe fall off, or did she yank it off the corpse?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's like, if she
Hurt you
yanked it
now.
off, she's like, yeah, I was about to say, mine now.
You can still see the foot in the shoe. They just failed to show it.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, let's see. Pattern of victim shoe. 2 types of blood. Okay, we might have to press.
Ooh.
Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
Then why didn't you bring it up earlier? The results.
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why did you lie?
It means so much.
There's a lot
It
that could
been
happen in 5
self-defense.
minutes.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors.
Hey,
Falsified evidence, deranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. I've
She got
practiced
you
on
there.
all these. She's not wrong.
Wait.
He's not
This-
wrong.
True, but that's kind of what she's doing too.
Yes, yes.
And
She's
you
on the
all
same
remember
level.
Von Karma, right?
When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
Even
including
their
the
own
coming one.
ones. Even their own tricks.
This, when the suspect is admitting she did it?
False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr.
I mean,
Is
I
even
don't-
worse
is that
than
murder?
murder.
There's a murder? Yeah,
I mean,
there's a
I
murder.
was like, I don't know if that's the most despicable.
And to finish off with, he said, let's just get this over with.
And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
Again, did it
Could
fall
you
off or did you
contaminate
rip
the
it off?
evidence? Could she have contaminated it? I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. Or falsify it. Girl, this shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here?
What else are you hiding in it?
It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I bet you could
I don't-
read that as it carries
want
more than
blood.
lunch boxes. Gentlemen.
I don't want.
like they're
Oh my God. Also, I don't want blood sheared next to my lunch.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
Gross.
Mm.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag. Really.
I would look if she had been giving me food and then later pulled out a play shoe, I'd be like, and throwing that away.
Yeah.
I was like,
Lunatel says confiscate the bag.
yeah, I know.
What else is in there?
Yeah, we
It's
need
like
to
her
check.
entire identity. She has nothing besides that lunchbox bag. You take that away, she has nothing.
Your entire being and soul is in that lunch bag.
Including the soul
human
of
body
shoe.
is just a puppet.
She's got like the evidence to like 100 different crimes that she's going to testify for later.
Please call me to the stand. Put me in, coach.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
So, you brought it to the forensics department?
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Keen
Y-
observation, sir.
Yeah, very.
Well, the
keen
man
observation.
was stabbed after all. Hello?
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
Where was he stabbed?
Chest.
Yeah, chest.
And none of his blood made it to the top of the shoe?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Maybe
It
he
has
was
to be the
hunched
blue
over.
badger.
Oh my God.
It has to be the blue badger.
The blue magic.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. Yes, you
What?
Well, only if you correctly identify them. If she's saying the type of blood, so like that's O negative or AB or...
Oh.
Oh, okay.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
Just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood down to just one person, if you have the person's blood available. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
Yeah.
If I had a little more time, I could have gotten DNA test results.
That's kind of what you need.
But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
Very little does not equal 0.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what? Why do they say that? What is their evidence?
I'm pretty sure they're narrowing it down a lot.
So the
Anyway.
suspect's blood was on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
Just throw it in her
Yeah.
face. Just take it and throw it in her face.
Oh my goodness.
Smack it out of her
Some like it.
head.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Like a bucket of Mickey Mouse.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
There is a problem.
There's
The blood is
tons
on the
of
bottom.
problems.
If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction!
That gleam in your eyes, you're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Shows the problem with this evidence.
Guess the stain on the bottom?
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Man, that's
Is that a
great.
threat?
Thank you.
Jump him.
What?
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? It is the photo. Check the photo. Check the photo. There's no blood underneath Edward's trunk.
The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so they could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene of the crime and found nothing of the sort.
Order. Witness?
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but... It's true that the lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
Well, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. Like, he's not the guy for this. He's just like, look, I don't know why you're asking me this stuff.
Why is the burden of proof always on me? What?
Wait, why wasn't that voiced if it was Edgeworth?
Fair enough. I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end.
Did she set it up?
But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain.
Thank you for the bits, Max Toshio.
Welcome in, bud. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
Guys, are English or Spanish? Definitely English. Anyway.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Wow. Why did we have to play that part again?
We get a
Like,
second
yeah.
row from that.
Edgeworth just wanted to Edgeworth just wanted for a replay of that, apparently.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
What, row? No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. These are made on a conveyor belt? How many lunchboxes do they sell?
What the?
Yes. She just has an infinite number of lunchboxes. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water.
Then it's a water barrel. Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright.
No.
Did you read his thoughts?
Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Look, even I don't believe the bullshit I'm about to feed you.
Oh, you don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
That's not... It doesn't work like that, buddy.
I don't think it, yeah,
What?
I don't think
It
you
doesn't
just
that
walk
makes
with blood like that.
Just look at it under a blue light. It stays.
Also, she was. If the story is, if we're to believe the story, she was caught. Even if she ran away, there was like there's all these evidence that would have tied her to it.
That ties
Like, but
things,
It does
Sorry.
not, sir.
that ties things quite nicely. The
It
bloodstain left on the
doesn't.
victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. After the deal was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
Now look here, miss.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
What? I see a lot of reasons why to prolong this.
Do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it. Oh my god, Phoenix, believe your client!
That?
But
Enough. There is no need for further debate. Verdict, Your Honor.
I'm going to smash your head against the table, Edgeworth. Let me over there.
Very well.
But Angel Star's on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. That's a long pause.
Little girl, what did you just say?
Oh boy, hubris.
Hubris.
Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping.
Yeah, we're not done with this witness yet.
Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Why is it called evidence?
I like
Corn
that.
and baked beans.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen.
I wish I could say this in court. Don't say anything else or you will be
Jail
held
for
in
1,000
contempt.
years.
Ha! Bring it!
Look at this.
Her bit of
You had a
presentation right
photo?
there. A photo?
What the hell?
Wait, there's something in the exhaust pipe.
Oh, right. She didn't have the,
I had it just in case.
She didn't have a scarf in this photo. That's where it is.
Why is it in there?
I don't know. We're gonna get to that. It's been a while.
Now that it's brought to our attention, we can find it.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
I do. But Mr. Wright, look. Wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's
It's
clearly wet.
reflective. Oh dear.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not
I
your
mean, the
fault
trials-
you're a failure. I couldn't win this case from the beginning. What the fuck?
Less helpful than Mia.
Well,
Maya.
And it
also,
seems
like-
this is what your sister wanted anyway.
isn't it because of Emma that this trial's probably going to go on a bit longer now? I mean, like, there's new evidence.
Yeah, I mean, if she didn't speak up, it would have just been over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mia.
Oh, right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off the asphalt. Take another look.
Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
And shake off that concussion.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Is it?
Oh, no. Oh my god, we have so much more.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
What about a verdict for evil?
Well, I mean, we are lawyers. That's given. Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore?
No.
No.
Whatever it is, can it wait?
No. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one
Damn it,
submitted.
right!
This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah. I'll think later. I'll think later? Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I guess Phoenix should be called the Bluff
I
King.
think later, the biggest lie Phoenix Wright's ever told.
I suppose since we come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Oop.
The problem in this photograph is here. Oh, I probably got that wrong. Oh, wait, no.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
And they didn't notice that till now. Wait just a moment. Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor.
You just said muffler. How did you know it was a muffler?
It's his car.
However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. Yeah, it's his car, but how does Edgeworth know that it's a muffler? Exactly, this pipe.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor.
Oh wait, I don't know anything about vehicles.
Excellent.
Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see.
Do you?
What's that suspicious-looking claw sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler?
You don't get to talk right now.
What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You don't get to determine that.
You flip that hair to the other side of your face right now.
Wait,
Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and muffler is related to this case.
Miss Star, recall your testimony for the court.
Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence!
What? Ma'am, calm down.
Well, it's a breakdown. They're always go crazy. Well, seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
Sus.
You and I were same brain cell right there.
She
I find
vented.
myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we would do a disservice to the law. I mean, I think we've been doing a lot of disservices here. Help the guard at the crime scene inspector at once and bring me that cloth.
I was afraid of that.
The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Somehow I doubt that isn't all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so.
Woo! That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. What about all the stuff you ate during the trial? That was a lot of food.
So, did they ever talk about the fact that he's being haunted by his old boss and his mentor?
Nope.
Like, does he ever
No.
talk about it?
Nope.
No.
He should probably talk about it.
To who?
Who'd believe him?
Me, Maya.
Does it have to be a belief kind of thing? He might just need therapy.
Yeah, you bring up stories to a
She's
therapist
not
about
real.
being haunted
She's
by
just
ghosts, and you're getting sent to the
therapy.
insane asylum.
I'm hallucinating during trials. She's coming here to tell me that I need to keep going and never give up.
Psychiatric ward.
Okay, before we continue, vibe check on the non-speakers. Brad, how you doing?
Doing all right.
Okay, Slurp
I live, yes.
and Folly.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Mr. Wright,
Huh? What?
are trials always like this with you?
Oh, you have no
I was
idea.
like, I'm scared.
Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface.
Finally, a better metaphor.
But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there.
Pretty much. Except
Oh,
today we're
sweetheart.
swimming in quicksand. So what happened
Usually
to
it's
your
the bottom
sister?
of the ocean.
Apparently, she got called off to the judges' chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right?
Oh, you sweet summer
Our only
child.
weapon. A tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
You don't know it's insignificant. It's probably insignificant. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell you the truth.
Oh wait, that's me.
That's you?
Oh wait, how do I do the Western accent again?
Just say
on you,
howdy.
buddy.
partner.
Howdy, partner. Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall.
Thought I'd come to take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory.
That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge.
Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre?
Nope.
You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just be all?
Eh.
I've seen the red breeze blow her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the awards ceremony the afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I reckon.
What does that mean?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
In this photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken?
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee.
Didn't ask you.
Yeah.
I'd say we're in concrete right now.
That's concrete, baby.
There was something I wanted to say about this, but I forgot what it was. Whoops.
Oops.
Lunatel said, of course, the police are worried their girlfriend is on trial as a witness.
The whole police.
The whole police station.
Hey, Brad, don't you play somebody on the floor?
Oh god, don't get
I get it. We know Detective Ghost, she wouldn't do that.
Oh, he actually plays two people because he's also playing Game. And Slurp.
He's playing Slurp?
Oh, yeah. No, I meant Slurp
I've
is
been
also
mad
playing
the entire time.
I'd like to resume.
I think he ate too much. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh god!
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. Do you need a hospital, Edgeworth? That shouldn't be happening.
Asphyxiating, Your Honor!
Oh dear. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes.
He needs a spa day.
Hospital?
What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. My, what big teeth you have.
It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
They weren't thorough. Well then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial. Bless you. During our recess, I have requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable.
Well then. It seems like the prosecutor is quite beside himself. Who's that?
Oops.
I don't know.
Sure.
Oh,
Who's
Brad.
there?
Oh, I gotta
Ooh,
change.
Brad.
Hold on, I gotta. Excuse me. Wait a second.
That's some
this
kind of
guy?
ominous sounding music.
What does this guy's voice sound like? Again?
Strange,
You said-
stuffy, or
Friend.
I'm guessing.
He
Yeah,
tries
he-
to be
he
friendly
just
with
a
everybody,
laugh-
so...
Honestly, I'd give him like kind of a deep, almost foghorn leghorn, but we also use that for red, white, and blue cord. So, but this dude is
Okay.
intense, but he's also jovial.
Deep and friendly.
Yep.
Okay.
It's Santa Claus.
Yep. A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
I love his theme, though. It's
Oh, yeah.
nice.
It's kind of
Hey.
ominous.
The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in.
Whack.
Who on earth is he?
Oh,
His
it's
eyes
you.
are kind of scaring me.
Those cold, flaky
I
guys.
am going to speak.
He takes a while to get started.
Oh, sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swimming much these days?
Hello. No, I've been so busy. Just having a casual conversation.
busy, Udgy. My boy, you have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge.
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you?
So you're righto. The attorney have heard good things about you, son.
Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly.
Little Worthy?
Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police?
The chief of police. Chief of police?
He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
I just kept staring at him. I couldn't tell this. Just sits there. He just sits there without talking, just smiling. It's like, what is going on?
Just imagine doing that in real life. People would be like, what is wrong with this person?
Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
I'm almost, partially I want to say it's Dumbon, just for silly giggles, but I don't know. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's...
My sister's muffler.
So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe.
He's playing with his hair.
What am I doing with my hair? Oh.
He got distracted.
Oh, on Little Worthy's car, no less.
A muffler and a muffler. Why is there so much staring with this dude?
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
I really think it's a joke.
What's this?
Called my hair. It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
Mr. Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth?
That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had...
You're ahead in the clouds because you got that award? I know how you feel.
Isn't he a suspect? Why was he allowed to check his car?
But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ah,
The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes.
Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. Why is that your job?
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Stabs himself.
Could you open it for me, I wonder?
Yes. Well, I think all you have to
Could
do
you
is
put
push
your
that
fingerprints on
switch
this
and-
weapon for me?
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pat my gavel anymore.
Hands!
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
You got other fingers.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Come
These
on, just
people.
hurry up and open it.
I'm not moving. It's moving on its own. Why are we going this direction? It's longer.
It's the ghost.
They had
They
to.
were tired.
They had to pound in the whole tutorial of this gimmick.
Ah, don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain. Blood?
SL-92.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police. And this knife.
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really.
I love that this dude is like so tall he's above the screen.
It's a massive dude. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. Time of the crime? 5:15? Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department. Detective?
That's hush-hush information, Archie. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Equivalent exchange.
Oh my goodness. Order! Order! Order!
Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
Sorry, murder at the police department and... What?
Emma, write this down. Write this down.
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places.
The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. There's no... Babe, no.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Don't tell me what to do. Excuse me, special?
Hard to come by this particular knife. Anywhere else?
Might that special thing be this little tag?
Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that.
We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? Objection! If it was in his chest, there would not be that much blood on it. There'd be much more.
Well,
I
that's
don't
quite a
know, the
mystery.
other knife had less.
Yeah, it's also missing its tip.
Well, yeah, but even then, it's about the same. Judge?
Oh, it's ready.
Oh.
And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you?
See, there's a lot of things that go on at the police department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto.
Don't. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try
we do
presenting
have
the
something.
piece of evidence that stumped me all this time.
The blue badger.
No!
Cover
What it
things
has
down
to
at the
be.
department. It's not on the knife.
The tag.
I know, but I was trying to examine like that stain first.
Ah.
It's a small tag on the knife.
It says SL92.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6? Maybe it's a case number.
That's weird.
What?
I don't remember where. But I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. Not that long ago either.
Maybe I should check the court record again.
Tab.
Yep. Do you think I should press it here?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wait a second!
At last! An honest-to-goodness objection!
This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
Ah, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean? From Udgy, this is great!
Look at this tag on the knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was found on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s 12/2.
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Dun dun dun! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
It's L-9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief.
Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto!
I win? Ah! What game is this guy playing?
Oh, wait, he never said this before,
Yeah.
did he?
You
No.
can go ahead and say it, I guess.
Okay. Let's say, just threw me off when it was usually in green. It's something that's being repeated.
Yeah, I know.
This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad... Oh, wait.
Yeah,
I think we press the new testimony.
Okay.
So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon?
Nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happened. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
Did we press everything else already?
No, we went back.
Do we press that one then?
I mean, we've proved a link.
How can you say there's no connection?
How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything. I please, Righto, you understand?
I understand, Righto.
Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together?
It's like he's going wink, wink, nudge,
Whatever it
nudge.
is, I better get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. Can't be a coincidence.
And that knife. What was it doing there?
Better check this knife out. We didn't examine the knife's blade. Or, I guess there's nothing to examine about it. The fact it's broken isn't important?
Apparently not.
Well, the knife probably broke, like, in its original case, maybe? I don't know.
Nothing else is fine on this knife.
Nope.
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but the blood on the new knife looks, like, very old.
Yeah.
I guess we should press.
On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising it, isn't it, Uji?
I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, Righto.
It's not even his job.
I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one! This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, and one thing only.
We already know when the victim died. He's been saying that.
We know.
And presumably probably stabbed.
We assume it's a stabbing, yes. Where was the body found?
Well, no, we know that.
That's the only thing we can't...
The
Can
police
you
department.
save before you make it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, this seems very...
Yeah, he was.
Phoenix, these questions are terrible.
He was killed at 5:15 at the police department.
Yeah.
But the knife was in the muffler. It wasn't
Yeah,
the stabbing.
we haven't... We don't know how he stabbed. That was the evidence from another case. That's why the blood looks old.
Okay.
So we don't know how he was killed.
Well, how was the detective killed?
How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing. With a knife!
Knife?
That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman.
That's the spirit! We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than cause of death.
Seems like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder.
Oh my gosh, do we have to ask each question each time?
Let's see.
I still posit that we should know more about the location.
Do you think I should press this again and see if we get another question?
Did we press the last statement?
The last one? Yeah. I
But no,
pressed
he
it
was trying to
earlier.
see.
Okay. Oh wait, no. The 5. Wait, no. Wait, never mind. Think of something else.
Finish your thought. What?
No, I was just thinking of something else. I was thinking like 515 was for whatever reason, the murder related to the murder weapon. I thought it was like a new line. So
Wait.
yeah.
No. Well.
Oh wait. This is new. I think.
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? Well, no.
No.
Same words.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, same.
Okay.
Why
yeah.
does he need to
What?
be
Oh,
like?
okay.
You can just
He could just tell us all these things. Like, why is he being so
just keep
secretive?
going, pressing him on it. He's apparently got short-term memory loss.
So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department.
Von Karma. No, I'm kidding.
The evidence room. Wait a second. I've heard of that. What do you mean you've heard of that? We were there. I got tased.
The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
There's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details.
If I may interject a moment. I don't think he's been to the evidence room so much as he's been to the records room.
Oh. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection?
Yeah, righto. Yes, I want to Mr. Righto.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. This knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. There's that long stare again.
Sir,
1,000-yard stare.
please stop looking at me.
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right there.
Dang it,
Right here.
Gumshoe, pick it up.
No, he was with the Blue Badger. I don't think it's his fault.
Okay.
Chief! I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet. And all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
What? Really?
In order for it to be in order for it to be evidence, it has to be verified. Who would have guessed?
Wreck.
This guy is the most cooperating witness.
He even said it right there, I'll cooperate.
If you're gonna tell us
And that was
little,
like-
why not tell us everything?
Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... Smile. Pause for effect. 584-2189.
Well, that's quite long.
That's your standard telephone number.
I was also thinking of a telephone number.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
82. I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim is at the police department is yeah, that tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
Has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You said the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Tells us his name.
Yep.
Witness.
Where is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
Anyway, no, I got confused.
And this is news?
Bruh.
Huh?
Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murder at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
No! I'm a defense. Remember! This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret.
Maybe you
Detective
should have
Goodman's
examined
ID
the crime
number
scene
is
better.
584-2189.
And, oh my gosh.
He doesn't remember
This
it.
What exactly?
Huh?
Wait, the ID number we heard from the chief earlier. Let's start with the 82. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right again! The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189.
Wait a second, right? What does this...
Murdered in 2 places
Mean?
at the same time.
That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Sharp as attack, right? Oh, sharp as attack.
But wait, Detective is our victim.
You can't have him.
He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
With the lead pipe.
No, with the stabbing.
That's impossible. So what we're saying is... the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Doppelgangers.
Order! Chief, what does this mean?
No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error. Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours.
What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
You guys remember that? Officer Meekins?
I remember that.
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Emma, your memory girl. Wait, aha.
And speaking of Meekins, that's Slurp.
Yep.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Marshall, anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him?
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident.
I didn't at the time.
Detective Bruce Girdman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. I don't even know if he can read.
Oh,
He did seem challenged. No.
oh my
Emma,
goodness.
Oh,
Get on, girl. Get
Emma.
out of here.
Girl.
in any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Oh, he's not Littleworthy anymore.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then
There's the stare again.
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy?
Bruh.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Oh, if we're getting another rule from me.
Well, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence that to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright-o, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No!
You reprimand me and then you congratulate Wright?
It's my face.
We have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do.
You better get results this time. Really.
Or it
You
will be
have-
the last thing you do.
You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. We don't pity him.
Nope.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court.
I do. My God.
It seems-
like, anything
Yeah.
having to do with Von Karma.
Yeah. I will grant one further day as prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. To be continued.
I had more fun with it than I thought I would.
I think Brad was having fun too. He was really laying into it.
It was real hard not to be smiling the entire time.
Well, to be fair, he was smiling the entire time.
Yeah, I know.
And if I had that kind of dirt on Edgeworth, I would be too.
It was so smug the entire time.
Oh, and whose fault is it that this was incomplete? Whose fault is it you didn't have the information you
I
needed
love
for
how
this case?
whenever Edgeworth would just start like commenting on the police, he'd just be like, "Wait, I said wait." It's
Or did you not hear me?
Or did you not hear me? And then he just like tears into Edgeworth, but so nice.
Yeah.
Like a verbal counter.
He would just be like, Uno reverse.
Can we get a shout out for Brad in the chat just for how good he is at that role?
Yeah.
Jorb.
Thank you.
Good job.
Oh, I should ask, are we good to continue a little longer?
I'm
That should
good.
be good.
Sure. That should be okay.
I mean, I don't have much to say, so I'll just be here in the peanut gallery.
Teehee. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway?
I don't know.
I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going... How do I not know? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
You were there, Emma. Girl, your memory. What's this in the evidence room part? You were there. The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least.
All right, let's do it. Why isn't she in school?
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Wow, I have no faith.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Oh, right. She could read my thoughts.
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us.
The future is
Girl.
now thanks to science.
I didn't choose to go here. Why am I here?
Why not?
Also, the body wasn't hanging out of the trunk like that, according to the photo. What's
It's
up
Oh,
with
yeah.
that?
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Girl.
Oh my goodness.
Girl.
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Yeah, no biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum, was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never.
You think it sucks for the people who had their cars in that, like, shuffling thing? They can't get it because of the murder case?
Oh, they're having the worst time. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not in at all.
Stop reading my thoughts!
Oh, so someone can channel Ghost and it's okay, but the second I read your thoughts, it's just...
Look, you can't remember things on your own. Don't look into my mind for them.
It's okay. I wasn't fighting much there anyway.
Wow, roasted.
Oh,
We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school. Stop thinking things, Phoenix! Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
My science anime powers.
Oh god, the science anime powers. What's that, Grin?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
I love
See,
that we
I
have
have
these
permission
things
to
that
do
normal
this.
police don't.
Yeah.
Well, we heard that Edgeworth was in charge of
Oh,
this
right.
part, so we can blame him for not knowing science.
also,
What is-
if you think about it, they didn't even know the blood was there
Yeah.
at all
Emma,
for any
how did you
reason
get
because
You're supposed to use this stuff anyway at a crime scene.
Emma, how did
Blood
you
is
get
sticky
this?
stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water.
What were you saying,
You
Isaac?
know, science lab.
yeah, you need like bleach and no, so whatever.
I think Isaac was asking how did Emma get her hands on this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Science lab.
internet.
Also, the internet. Oh my gosh.
Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
They're not getting approval for this.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Thank you.
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
You're an adult.
Oh, I was joking.
I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh god!
Oh, I
Virtual
thought they
boy!
were hot pink,
Oh God!
but it's red. Oh yeah, virtual boy. Why is it
Just
red? I
for
thought
a
it'd be
blue-
pink.
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it.
Spray the car.
Like this. See? You just
You
said
just-
you couldn't do it,
I
bro.
know. I was like, she just told us.
Also, she can't do it. Then why does she have it?
I don't know.
Press enter to spray it on and press tab to look at the evidence. Okay, let's find out some blood
Also,
stains.
Max part of me wants to be like, she must have like touched like Phoenix's finger or something,
God,
like had
that
him
flash.
push it, so like she's technically not doing it.
I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain?
Maybe. It's so.
Elma, you're shaking.
It's just. This is my first time seeing real blood.
No, it's not. We saw the
not on a
knife.
knife.
It's in tab.
It's not actual blood.
Have you never cut yourself?
You were there when we looked at
on
the
accident?
shoe.
Oh yeah, the shoe, but
Scraped your
also
knee and
like
got a boo boo?
I
it's
think
not
she
like
means in this
Girl.
context.
yeah.
Girl.
Scientific
also, like-
investigation in action.
We don't actually see the blood. We just see what's left of it.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. Luminol, there's several fluids that could be, girl. I'm sorry. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
Specifically.
What's odd
My
about
brain
this
wanted it because the
scientifically?
words start with S.
The amount.
The amount of blood.
The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay?
Okay.
Time to get spraying.
It's time to spray the entire place.
Yep.
You think she's just carrying around like Crayola markers and marking it in red?
Yep.
See, pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
Cool.
Then how come you?
And you couldn't even use it?
Yeah, I was about
You
to say.
specifically saved up your allowance for something used to find traces of blood.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court.
Speaking of allowance, where are her parents in all this?
I think
What was she planning?
I think it's just her and her sister.
Yeah.
That's the only family she has.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. I've noticed.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Kicking and screaming.
Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
We are!
That's what
Guess I
we've
should
been
give
doing.
this a spray on anything
Doing this
suspicious.
the whole time.
I wonder who that is. Oh,
You again? Why are you not in jail?
Why would they let you in here?
She,
I wonder how that
she has
friend of yours would react
boyfriends.
to a nice deli box.
But she's
Stop.
already proven she'll take evidence.
wasn't this Lotus thing?
Yep.
You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house.
Time
I
out.
don't trust that box. You keep blood shoes in there.
No.
Yeah.
No. Hold on, guys. Deli, and that's clearly raw fish. And day old?
Yeah,
it's,
it's like-
it's basically day old sashimi. Ugh.
Yeah, I ain't touching that one.
Hamburger.
Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering.
There goes our spraying for blood.
Oh.
Does that say luminol lubricant?
Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Emma Sky. Don't tell me that you bring this with you everywhere you go.
Well, you never know where something might go down.
Oh my
kind
It's
of
only
wood
her
do you think
first
we
time
live in?
using it.
The guide where a guy can get killed in 2 places at once.
Fair enough.
That, and I just remembered, I never did this to the Luminol and the DS. So that Emma Sky thing is new to me.
Yeah, I don't think I ever did that either. Alright, Q, do it.
You should spray the blood on her lunchbox. I'm kidding. It's not going to. She's not there.
I love video games.
Oh, hello.
I mean, if she did cut her hand and tried to use the phone...
This blood must be from when Lana...
No, my sister isn't the murderer. You didn't even let him finish.
Let him
his
finish
thought.
the sentence.
But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged.
Hey, just whose side are you on?
This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse.
I'm still confused why she didn't just use her cell phone in the first place. If she had it.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
My apologies, Miss Star, but you're kind of a bit... Anyway.
No. No. Finish that thought.
No, I'm good.
It's okay. It was my fault.
We know. Oh!
Oh, we know.
Oh my god.
What's this about reading minds? I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see?
Yeah, so you lied.
I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
Since when?
You say that as
be
if
in
she
jail.
murdered.
Yeah, it's unforgivable. That's why she's walking around right now.
She should be in jail. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw.
Pluto says, I plead oopsie daisy.
Wow.
I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman.
You're
You're not even a detective anymore.
You
Yeah.
sell lunchboxes.
I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
Once.
So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me,
I'll be right back.
Okay.
they coughed it up.
Coughed it up?
They confessed. What did you think that meant this entire time?
Yeah, I know, right?
They babbled like babies.
Vomit.
You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
No, you cannot be my angle.
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect.
You brushed their teeth?
And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Should have called you dentist. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
I love the little smirk as she's
He's-
saying that.
Need some aloe for that unintentional burn.
And you were let go? Fired?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident.
SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Why don't I get to...
We're not gonna push it?
Show her the memo.
You're not gonna show her.
Yeah, I apparently have
We're
to
gonna
show her something.
evidence? We didn't receive a case file for this. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident, it's written on that knife. And on that note, we gave her both.
I think you just had to do one or the other.
Gotcha. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over, not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Yeah, why did it... No. No?
Show her the ID badge.
So good.
The Blue Badger. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cuff-up queen, right?
We found this ID card here in this parking lot.
Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's.
But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department.
She shouldn't know about that. How does she know about that?
She's
don't-
got boyfriends, remember?
Either that or she was
That's
listening during
impossible.
yesterday's trial.
Oh yeah, she could
I
have
wish I
also
could be
still
so
been there.
sure.
Boyfriends in high places? Yeah.
Can you take a look at this? Oh, no.
Tea.
God, it takes so long.
What about the map with the blood on it? Do you think that would help at all, or no?
I mean, we could try. It doesn't hurt to try.
Because we've been marking where we find the blood.
Nope.
Nope. Rats. We've been marking where we found blood. I wasn't sure if she'd had anything to add.
Show her your Johnny's bad.
Oh my goodness.
That looks like a petrified piece of provolone.
Don't you besmirch the good name of cheese.
It's not! It's my attorney's badge!
I'd think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market.
Look, my badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least.
What's Phoenix Wright planning on doing, like, when he retires to sell
Becoming a hobo.
Maybe
That's
we need to
the
go with
trophy.
something else.
That's for a future game.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, trophy is a no.
Do I have to present this too? Oh, no,
what do you
we
think about
same
this?
thing, same thing. It's written on the knife and
Yeah.
the knife.
No, for the hell of it, let's show her the parking stub and the blue badger. Well, that's a big nope.
Yeah, I think we've showed her those things before.
Oh, this is new.
This is cell phone.
It was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. She dropped the phone on the pavement.
Armbar.
That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right?
Little did I know it was a trap. Red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler.
What was Miss Guy really trying to say, I wonder? I don't know. Can I... No, I can't push!
I wonder, can you examine the actual muffler on the car? Like, I know we already have the knife,
Oh, no,
but...
no, you're right. Sorry. Slide.
I'm just curious at this point.
That's about as red as a sports car can get.
Yep, it's pretty red, all right. The body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Sky chose his car?
Oh, there's a
Missing
typo.
an O.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it supposed to be choose or am I going crazy?
Typo in the chat. Typo in the chat. Get him, boys. So, what model of car is it?
Car.
Red.
It's called sedan or coupe, something like that.
Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Emma!
Rude.
I personally take
Girl.
offense to that.
I don't
Okay.
know these things.
Okay, guys
Girl.
in this chat, does
What is a
anyone here
car?
know cars?
Not Ty.
Okay, we're dumb.
The only thing I know about car, there are 3 body types. There's a car, there's a truck, and there's a van.
I am not good with cars either.
Vim vim.
I don't know car breeds.
Maybe it's about
So I
time I
take
got
it
my
Emma
driver's
just made a
license. Guys know about cars.
That's right.
Girls know about forensic science.
But yeah, that's right. In this universe, Phoenix Wright bikes everywhere.
Yeah. Oh wait, we never examined the. Well, can we? The oil?
Oh wait, there's something different in the trunk.
There is.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you mouse over the car,
There's
like
a-
mouse over
yeah.
the body and then mouse over the trunk, there's not a check mark in the trunk, I
Okay.
think.
There's also
So-
not a check mark over the one by the wire fence.
Yeah, but I don't know how that would relate. Anyway, so this is the famous oil drum.
Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hiya!
That's okay. Don't cry. That long sky meant be one strong woman.
It's an empty barrel.
This is the second time I've seen blood today. That's where we found the note.
How's your leg? 221 SL9, the SL9 incident.
A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder.
And the detective in charge of the case was the victim.
I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was.
It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number.
Okay.
Murder.
Ape.
This rope, is it?
We went over this yesterday, girl. Yep, they laid it in
From
the outline
memory.
of the victim's body.
But they didn't. Unless he
wait.
got up.
The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Also, stabbing.
Knife.
28 stab wounds.
I was gonna say, maybe try presenting the piece of paper to her as well.
Oh, we did
See if
that.
you have to do both.
We did that.
Did you do both of them?
Yes.
The
Paper
knife and the
Yeah.
memo, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
she said the same thing she said with the knife, so they just doubled it up. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room,
Bull crap.
but even I get flustered sometimes.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder.
It took me 5 minutes.
That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem.
You know, that security room looks like
Oh.
glass. What if she just broke it to, like, Jump
Yeah,
down.
jump through it.
Just launch.
Yes, jump down one story.
Yep, Batman.
Parkour onto the wall over there.
Superhero landing.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time. Please,
Yeah,
thank
That
you.
might have opened some. There it is.
Finally got the SL9 incident.
Completely unrelated.
Why
That
did it take
incident
so
really
long?
opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them disposable.
Disposable? To who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence.
Oh, hey, another cowboy.
So they didn't solve it?
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed.
Yes. And the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. And they still killed a guy?
Mm-hmm. What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of those.
Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be?
Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops. I mean, Police Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted.
She still had the same outfit as a detective.
Yeah.
People don't
However-
change clothes in this series.
You pick one
I mean,
set
they
of
do, but
clothes,
it takes
that is-
several games.
and that is what you wear, no matter what job you pick.
Then again, I can only think
hasn't
of one person
forgotten.
who changes.
Oh?
And neither have I.
Yeah, it's some of this gets introduced in the second game.
Okay. You haven't forgotten SL9?
There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now.
Someone in chat says we need to hydrate.
Okay.
And no one in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait. Those lunches you sell.
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. To visit my boyfriends. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. I was joking.
The Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection.
So, Rookie,
What?
it
seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
I mean, that's what I'm paid to do, yeah. Yeah?
You get paid.
I think.
Then you should take this.
A Salisbury steak lunch.
Rice.
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Oh, so it wasn't for us. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood.
Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you going out?
Going out.
Chia.
Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. Can we go to see him? We don't have the... Oh, hold on.
Check at the...
So that's where Miss Starr saw the incident from.
You can probably see quite a lot from up there. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's the security guard anyway?
This is just something I heard. But apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Starr.
Oh my god. That woman is a force to be reckoned with. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
They don't even move.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
They're stuck saluting each other.
I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all.
So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is.
She's like a kid at an amusement park.
Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. You were just freaking out about blood.
And we were just at a crime scene!
Yeah. Yep, looks like that's
There's
mine.
so much alcohol.
Probably.
A lasso? Or a
What's with
trap?
the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. I love the sign in front that's just Texas and the rope trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The snare.
I'll keep anyone from getting in there.
Patrick, guess what I am?
Stupid.
A court.
No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference? According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime.
It sure seems that way. Oh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
At least they're not the exploding ones.
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What?
Well,
What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard?
the guard is the cactus.
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
Ancient cacti.
Who's gonna come in here if those cacti are there? I wouldn't.
The evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in.
It's locked.
Won't open.
I'm glad you didn't get caught. You thought it'd be open? Oh, I think we
Just
need
use
someone's
Detective
permission to
Gibbons'
go in
card.
first. Look on the floor.
Look on the floor. A lasso.
I wonder if you could just use Detective Goodman's card to get in.
I mean, maybe, but I can't just present to a door.
Sure you can.
Now with that
I presented
attitude,
to Emma.
Trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here,
why would there be a bull?
but the lasso missed.
You sure have an active imagination.
Why
Also,
are
I
you
forgot
in
to say
school?
this earlier, but apparently red doesn't aggravate bulls. It's just like, the whole cape thing.
The motion of the cape, yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
the movement. Yipes, this sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. They're
Why did
keeping
you
their
touch
hat on
them?
them?
I would think
Or is that the
just one
cactus's hat?
big one would be sufficient.
Block the door with
These
the cactus.
cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. Prickly
Green?
and full of water.
Why the sad music?
Backstory, that's why.
Encased in a cold, rigid cell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Also grows well in warm environments.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity.
Okay. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there.
Yeah, that sounds legal.
Oh, so there was that recording thing this whole time and no one bothered looking at it with Von Karma?
This
There's a
is different
security
room.
guard uniform hanging here.
It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A
Poncho.
punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy? I know. A poochie.
That's for dogs.
Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being.
Why?
Thanks for the information. I'm taking note of it now.
Is he just not here? Well, hold on.
This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. And everything else doesn't.
Well, look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way.
Is it just a hop over the
Of
desk?
course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch!
I'd say it'd be more of a yak myself.
The mic clipping really made that.
Is there anything? Oh, big red button. No.
No, we can't push it.
No.
Wah, wah.
I guess that's it.
We have to go get permission from someone.
Oh. This place is charged with frantic energy as always.
Huh? Wasn't that... Red?
Oh, I gotta change my clothes. Alright. One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man.
You ran up to me.
What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, you look so sad.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. By the way, the bots are mean today.
Gracious.
Brad.
Oh, now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal, you mean?
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
On the same day
So
that a
we have-
detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
Or
Heartman?
Ah. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Oh god, I can't switch clothes fast enough.
Yeah, you can. Just
bro,
I'm not expecting it.
just keep the tab open.
Yeah.
Just hover over the other one and hope for the best.
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. The biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly.
Just laughs while he leaves.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down to have a good cry. Later.
Alright, let's go see this,
Ran off to the evidence room?
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Let's go see who that, suspect is. Or not. How do I get... Okay. Wait, where's the detention center? Oh, there it is.
Up there at the top.
Sorry.
It is kind of weird that you can just select them all. Or have them all be right there.
Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
What was that?
Meekins, I'm assuming.
It's Meekins.
That's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I would say. Hi, greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anyone on the premises?
Yeah, it's that guy you insulted, Emma.
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Officer Meekins, you're illiterate. So you're a guard here at the detention center?
Wow, Max.
Sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a lost lamb, sir. I can read. I read my kids' books this morning.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? Can you read it back to me?
Oh no.
Sir, how should I say this?
Wait. He isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins. You didn't, did you?
Perpetrator Officer Meekins, reporting, sir.
Why was he allowed to still have the megaphone?
A lot of people have a lot of
What?
things in this game.
What?
Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Yeah, so they got him to deliver a message of his own doom and toss him in the clink when he got back.
Dang.
It's just why?
That is rough.
Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir.
Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? We didn't see him either.
That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir.
No.
The security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
And so I happened to glance at the security room monitor.
He looks so innocent there. There is not a thought.
There's nothing going on.
Only baby.
Hair between his ears.
You can hear the whistle.
That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. You're me.
What the heck is this guy doing?
So what happened then?
So everything went right. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A little overdone there. Bandage on his hand, just like Miss Sky.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. I think they're discriminating against people that have boo-boos.
First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime?
What do you say, sir? Well,
Do you think you should just confess?
Girl!
That's not how this works.
Well, sir,
Not
but
without his
there's nothing I
attorney.
could do.
Nothing you could do?
So to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were... Huh?
Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman has disappeared.
What?
I find it amusing that when he slams his hand, it's the exact same sound as the gavel.
Hard
He's also
hands.
claiming his hurt hand.
Yeah, he reacted to it earlier.
When I looked at it, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. I was in shock. I was sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared?
That's some story.
I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. Fair to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir. To label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that.
Ah, yes, well. That's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Also, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So you didn't know him.
I work in a tiny department devoid of light or any other creature convicts.
Are they
Avoidable
committing war
late?
crimes against beacons?
Wait, they just let this guy out so he could be framed for murder?
There are many detectives. The room I work in was called Cupboard.
So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
No, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
Just say you didn't stab him. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Want to see my my attorney badge? Officer Meekins, have a look at this.
Sir, laugh. Laugh at me, sir.
Huh?
I don't know what you want to say. You're gonna tell me how she has one just like it.
Me? Why would I? I'm in high school.
I know, so I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching bandages.
So I'm in
Badges.
high school.
Nowhere. I'm alone, all alone. Is that so wrong? Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youth romance, sir.
Is he talking about those bandages on her coat?
Badges.
It's like it's
Badges.
bandages.
It's alright,
It's
caught
a
her from Slurp.
Yeah. Slurp gotcha.
I like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory.
Gracious. You're getting a TikTok from Decus.
We
Okay.
got 5 minutes. I was hoping to wrap up Meekins.
He's already wrapped up. What do you mean?
Okay.
He bandaged it himself. You want to show him the murder weapon?
This one.
Oh, the one that he would have
This is
done.
for you.
Oh.
Oh, whoops. He's overreacting to the knife. I guess he's been through a lot.
The other knife, the switchblade.
That does sound like something terrifying
Oh,
to
he's
say.
scared
that,
of
but I'm-
knives.
well, this is for you.
That's the last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled.
Okay. Yeah, this was the same dialogue as the other knife. He's just scared of knives. I thought that one would make a difference since that's the one that's
Yeah.
in the evidence room.
Blue badger.
Oh, I bet he'd love the blue badger.
He definitely loves the blue badger.
I'm sorry, sir. Please, sorry, but I have no idea what this is. You should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright.
Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Okay, I'm just gonna present things and hope for the best.
Do a snickering.
Unless someone has something specific they want to show him. Because he's definitely got one more piece of info for us.
Did we already show? We showed him the guy's detective badge, right?
Oh, wait.
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey. That's it, sir. That's it. That's it.
That's what.
My head was blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember, sir.
The one brain cell finally doing the work.
You mean you remember what happened?
That's that car. That car was the cause of it all.
This ID card?
Nothing, sir. That's exactly it. And they could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
I better pry into this one a little deeper. Alright, possibly last ones. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Oh, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrol man, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he was... Oh, that's you.
Yep, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious?
So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
Pulled out a knife, I assume.
That's the thing. So he pointed the knife at me.
What?
So I assure you I was as flattered as you are right now. So I whooped and leaped at him.
That's not what you do with the guy that has a knife!
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
Jeez!
He did have that done unto him, though.
That's
He
horrible.
did. He very much had that happen to him. Oh, what happened then?
Well, I, sir, everything went white. When I woke, I was here.
Blood loss. Right.
So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have
In other
no
words,
way
we have no way
of
of knowing if the victim was really the
victim.
victim. Oh, sorry. Read your mind again. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir, on the day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly?
No, but the videotape is quite clear.
No!
The clothes. Huh? A videotape?
Oh, the security's camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on the tape!
And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No thanks,
It's
I have
just-
my own. Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. Okay, we're gonna save that for next time though, which means we're actually doing the dreaded video evidence where we have to find the exact frame of something happening and pause the screen.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
And then it repeats
Also-
again and again until we get it right.
On a
Awesome.
side note, I don't know if it's just because like Slurp forces both Larry and Meekins, but I feel like Meekins and Larry are kind of similar.
They're
And, like,
basically the same character.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alright, but I hope you
Larry
all
gets
had
more
fun
development later,
watching.
but yeah.
Let's see. From here, we're going to play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, but for those of you who are watching on YouTube, this will be the end of this recording. Hope to see you in the next video or live stream. This has been your host, Kazar Raspel, as well as the rest of the Tricksters of the Trade, who can say goodnight.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.
Thank you for coming.
Hoping to see you in the next video or live stream, and signing out.